In today's video, I'm going to be asking you guys the question, is the Fortnite Battle Pass actually worth it? Does it add anything to the game? Is it actually a good idea? Should they be removed? And what's actually going on with the Battle Pass as of recording this video? So, of course, it is sort of necessary here to give a brief little history lesson. So, the first season of Fortnite didn't have a Battle Pass. It was very bare bones. The gameplay was very fun and addicting, but there wasn't too much to keep players coming back for more, aside from discovering new locations and, sort of new weapons and things like that. But overall, the skins were very, very basic. And in comes Season 2, which is the first Battle Pass that was ever introduced. And since then, there's been a Battle Pass in every single season, all varying in quality depending on the player. And now, as of recording, we are in Chapter 5, Season 2, with a Battle Pass based on Greek mythology. So today, I want to discuss the Battle Pass right now, where it used to be, and the overall question of, is it actually good for Fortnite, or should they stop releasing Battle Passes? If you do enjoy the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. And as usual, if you are one of the people here who haven't subscribed, please consider doing so because it helps me out a lot. So thank you all for watching this video, and I hope that you enjoy. So as I said, the Battle Pass was introduced in Chapter 1, Season 2. And since then, it's evolved a lot. We can see from that first season that it was introduced, the skins, by today's standards, were very basic. And of course, the game back then didn't really look as good. It was very simplistic looking, wasn't very graphically impressive, you could probably say. And now, that's definitely not the case. While Fortnite definitely doesn't seem to be a game that's aiming for realism, it's definitely adding sort of elements into the game that make it feel a bit more realistic and like most other games around today. So this season included a lot of pretty iconic skins like the Black Knight, which is one of the sort of more rarer skins that a lot of people want to obtain. And since then, they started adding a lot more, I guess you could say, classic looking skins to the game, because now we have a Battle Pass based on pre-existing characters. The previous season, we had new characters. We had ones like Jonesy, but it was sort of like another variation of the character. Whereas we've seen before, with like Agent Jonesy, and we've had, of course, the default, and there's been a whole bunch of other versions of Jonesy. And then we had a couple new skins as well that were in the Battle Pass there. And again, Peter Griffin was in this Battle Pass. And that season saw a lot of collaborations like Solid Snake and the Ninja Turtles. The current season we're in now has Korra from Avatar. So we have a lot of stuff sort of going on, a lot of collaborations happening. But earlier in Fortnite, this wasn't really happening. In that first sort of season that I mentioned, there wasn't a collaboration of any kind. Heading into Season 3, there arguably, you could say there was, but technically not, because John Wick was sort of seen as kind of like a rip-off because he was called the Reaper. And you could sort of say that, they didn't really get the license for him there, so it was kind of just like a very simplistic rip-off skin, depending on how you look at it. But since the early days of Fortnite, they've definitely evolved. Clearly, as we can see, they've been doing full-on chapters based on Marvel, and they've done a lot of collaborations with little like side skins and little side battle passes that you can unlock. Now, the Battle Pass itself, how much has it grown? Well, we can see from all the way back then, the skins were pretty simplistic, very cool looking, but there wasn't too much going on. It was usually, unlock a skin, maybe an emote, maybe some type of little icon or something like that. And that's still the case today. However, now there's more skins to unlock. There's a lot more really to do because you can unlock them through things like challenges. Of course, that was a good implementation for the game. But a Battle Pass is actually a good idea for Fortnite. So let's look at it in the perspective of Epic Games. Fortnite is a free game. So how are they going to make money off of a game that you don't have to pay anything to get initially? Well, obviously you have to then turn to things like cosmetics, which is exactly what they do. So in order to have cosmetics, you need to either buy the Battle Pass or buy skins. There, as far as I'm aware, there is no way to get skins straight away without spending any money unless you're a member of like PlayStation Plus or something like that, or you're like using some type of subscription service where you can like where they have sort of like a collaboration of sorts with Epic so that you can get a free skin. But ultimately, there's no skin that I guess you can sort of choose that you think looks really good without paying some form of money, because you don't really unlock V-Bucks without spending even a little bit of your own money. So most skins, as I said, come from the Battle Pass. Now when you buy the Battle Pass, where I live, it costs about $10, or in other words, around 950 V-Bucks. So that ultimately means that once you buy this, you'll be unlocking skins, but every sort of level to maybe 3 levels, you'll be unlocking 100 V-Bucks. And if you save those up, you can then buy the next Battle Pass. So theoretically, if you save those up, which a lot of people don't, including myself, but if you do, you can theoretically get every single Battle Pass for free once you bought that first Battle Pass. Now, is this a good idea sort of financially for Epic Games? That's really up to you to decide. But I feel like the Battle Pass sort of is seen as a really, really cool, I guess, strategy for Epic Games to make money. And as I said, sort of they've been implementing more Battle Passes with things like the Festival Pass and, you know, sort of like other tiny little Battle Passes for collaborations like the Ninja Turtles and like currently Avatar. So ultimately, there's a lot sort of going on with the Battle Pass, but is it actually good for Fortnite? Well, overall, again, this is really something that you, the person watching this video, has to make up your mind on. But I did want to look sort of more at, I guess, some negatives now. And it's that they're sort of running out of ideas, and that's the sort of main negative I want to focus on. You can sort of see that when games sort of start over-relying on collaboration skins for their battle passes, it seems as if they don't really have that many ideas. And now after 29 seasons, it seems as if they're sort of running low on concepts for skins. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the skins they're making are bad, but I would argue that the skins are a lot less unique. And that's sort of the second thing I want to talk about. The quality has gone up, but I feel like the creativity maybe has gone down a little bit. You might disagree, and I completely understand that, but I feel like the skins just aren't as exciting to unlock anymore. It's more so just getting that sort of level 100 skin, completing the battle pass. For me, it's more about unlocking the V-Bucks than it is about the skins, which to me, what makes Fortnite so fun is, aside from the gameplay, is unlocking all those cool skins. And I feel like recently the skins just aren't as unique, and the battle pass definitely has some weaknesses, but I feel like overall it is a pretty good system. But should Fortnite sort of, you know, drop this system, or do you reckon there's some type of way that they can make it better? Well, I'm going to give some sort of feedback here. Obviously, no one at Epic's ever going to see this video, but I want to know how you guys feel about this, because I know some of you will disagree and some of you might agree. The battle pass has gotten worse. It isn't bad, but it's still worth the amount they're asking. But I still feel as if this battle pass just isn't that great. And the last few, for the last, honestly, maybe last chapter or two, have sort of been a little weaker. There's been some standouts here and there, but overall, it's been lesser quality in terms of the actual skins we're getting. So what I would say is that Epic need to find some way to sort of make the skins feel exciting again. That doesn't mean re-releasing skins in a battle pass. That wouldn't be fun. But sort of go back and look at your earlier work and maybe base some skins off of some of the more iconic skins, but give it like a, don't make it like new variants, but base it off of the sort of first chapter or two and create something new, because they can definitely do that. They've done that with, for example, this season, there's a variation of the Slurp skin that was in Chapter 2, Season 1, but it had sort of like a Greek mythology sort of take on it, which I found pretty cool. So let me know in the comments, do you think that the Battle Pass is a good idea? Do you think it has sort of gone downhill? Or do you love it? You know, do you think that it's actually been pretty good recently? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video, and consider leaving a like and subscribing. I hope you have a great day.